My name is Don. I live and work in Japan as a digital nomad. Like, I remember when I touched down in Japan, when was it? In 2018. I think for $100 you would be given about 11,000 yen. Right? And then right now today, for $100 you get about 15,000 yen. You know, that inflation rate is just insane. You know, it's insane. So you need an asset that is a hedge against inflation, right? And you just need to see things differently. You just need to step out of the cultural way of seeing things, that group identity way of seeing things. It's good in some areas in protecting culture, right? In moving as a unit. But when it comes to things like investing, personal things, that's where you're supposed to retain your autonomy, right? Because financial literacy protects you and your family, or your future family if you don't have one. So you really have to prepare for the future. Right? You really have to have a hedge against inflation. So, which is what leads me to saying that the cryptocurrency space is a legit space where wealth is actually being what? Hedged. Right? Japan was actually the first country to allow Bitcoin, to receive Bitcoin as currency. There is a place in Japan, there is a shop in Japan, I think it sells digital products that actually receives Bitcoin, and acknowledges Bitcoin as a form of money. It is to tell you something about value, right? I'll definitely make a video to inform you more on what Bitcoin really is. But to those who already know what Bitcoin is, you already know that Bitcoin is a finite asset, right? It's an institutional asset today. BlackRock actually has a Bitcoin ETF. So it tells you something about Bitcoin. It has already graduated into an institutional asset. So it's high time you see Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies as your schmuck insurance, right? And disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor, no doubt about that. The only cryptocurrencies that I advocate for would be Bitcoin and Ethereum. Those are the only two cryptocurrencies that I advocate for and that I recommend my viewers to try looking into, right? Because they have brought value to me as an individual. I've seen that. They've protected my wealth against what? Against inflation. Bitcoin is like your digital gold, to make it easy. Banks are going to be running on Ethereum. When banks want to start stable coins, or when countries want to start CBDC digital currencies, which is already happening. China has a blueprint, a pilot of its digital currency. Japan is also working on its digital currency, digital yen. So soon we won't be using coins, guys. We won't be using those notes, right? We're going to have a digital yen. And the reason why that is happening is because of the foundation that cryptocurrencies have had, right? So your Bitcoin is the foundation of what we are seeing right now. It is exactly what's making governments to move into digital currencies. So it tells you something about Bitcoin. So protect your purchasing power through investing in an asset that is what? That is a hedge against inflation. That's what Bitcoin is, guys, currently speaking. So I'm not saying that hedge all of your savings into cryptocurrencies. Diversify your portfolio, right? That's what someone who's wise does. Diversify your portfolio. As the saying goes, don't put your eggs into one basket, right? Just diversify your portfolio a little bit. Thank me later, to be honest, guys. Just thank me later. You are able to do this. So you can do what's called dollar cost averaging, okay? Dollar cost averaging is buying into an asset bit by bit. The good thing about cryptocurrencies is that you can buy a fraction of Bitcoin, you can buy a fraction of Ethereum. Most of the people, when they look at where the price is, they're like, can't even afford buying it. It's now expensive. But it's not to do with that. It's just to do with your ability to buy a fraction of that instrument. So if you invest 5,000 yen, 10,000 yen every month, it's going to compound. It means if that asset gains profit like 10 times, guess what? The 10,000 that you invested in is also going to multiply by 10. That's what it means. Over time, it's just going to compound. It's just going to be a schmuck insurance for you, right? And if you want to see that cryptocurrencies are here to stay, guys, the longevity of them all is sustainable. take a look at what really happened. I remember back in 2017, just before I came to Japan, as I was preparing to come to Japan, I was already applying so that I could come to Japan. Bitcoin exploded up until 20,000 US dollars, guys. Can you handle 20,000? And people were shocked. They were like, this is the max. There is no way it's going to be more than 20,000. And guess what happened? Less than 10 years later on, Bitcoin is sitting at 100,000. Right? That's a no-brainer to invest in such an asset. So all I am advocating for you, to those who are in Japan, it's easy for you to open up a Bitcoin wallet. It's easy for you to just treat cryptocurrencies as a schmuck insurance. Please dollar cost average, okay? Dollar cost average into that asset. So in Japan, I would advocate for a company called BitFlyer. I'll definitely leave a link in my bio for you to check out the company. BitFlyer has been running for quite a long time right now. It's easy to open up an account, even for foreigners. Don't trade, simply buy. Right? When you buy, you're automatically trading, right? Because the price continues to go up and down, right? But simply buy and hold, just like any other stock, right? Don't put all of your wealth into it. Just a little bit of your finances. You will thank me later, guys. If you have more money, please buy Bitcoin. That's the hardest asset. And then maybe what you're left with, you can dollar cost average into Ethereum as well, and continue doing so. Thank me later. Your money is going to compound over time, and it's just going to allow you to live life free. So the reason why I'm making this video is because when I came to Japan, like in 2018, I actually wished someone out there had actually, made a video about such information. And shout out to Anthony Pompliano. He's an investor as well. He's big on cryptocurrencies, and he knows what's happening in the market. He talked about Bitcoin on one of his channels, The Best Business Show. That really just helped me to understand what's really happening. I'm also going to maybe leave you with the white paper for Bitcoin. That is the foundation of Bitcoin, how it started and what Bitcoin is, to help you understand what cryptocurrencies are. Don't go off on the usual stuff that people say that, hey, cryptocurrencies don't work, because take a look at what nations are now doing. They're now building digital currencies off of cryptocurrencies. So this is how you can you can protect your purchasing power. Remember, this show is about what? Cultural insights into Japan, right? Not only cultural insights, but systemic things as well, and global ideas. So financial literacy is included in informing you and helping you to just be a better person, to live life more free, right? Who's not all about residual income. I'm all about residual income, freedom of time as well, freedom to share ideas. That can only be done when you're financially stable as well, when you don't have much to think about, right? So to all of my viewers who are tapping in, watching this content, I'm all about adding value to you, protect your purchasing power. Rounding up one more time, what a time we're living in, where we are being allowed to live life free, and digital currencies are an example of that. You can move with your money anytime, anywhere, without anyone limiting you. You can send your money anytime, anywhere, without anyone limiting you as well. So if this content is informative, guys, don't forget to subscribe, by the way.